Welcome to Living Marvelously with me, Laurie Jonas. This is the show where we unleash the marvelous potential in every woman. Are you ready to dream big and leap into a life you love? Don't let the expectations of others choose for you. Step out of your comfort zone and learn how to create what your life looks like. I'll take you on an inspirational journey, helping you tap into the wellspring of your inner strength, get clear on your life purpose, and unleash the vision you came into the world to share. On Living Marvelously, you will learn about personal development, self-care, and spirituality. And together, we will connect with others, sharing their unique energies, and learn to create a world that allows everyone to shine. Living Marvelously starts now. Hello, everyone. I'm Laurie Jonas, and you are listening to Living Marvelously with Laurie Jonas on Transformation Talk Radio. Stay with me for the next 30 minutes as we dive deep into 26 powerful ways to open yourself to the universe's guidance. So be sure to join me every second and fourth Thursday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, and we will have some great discussions on how to use your inner power to make your life marvelous. Like I said, today we're talking about allowing guidance from the universe, and I'm going to share 26 or more ways to think about how you can easily do that. But before we get to the tips, I want to talk a little bit about being intuitive. Can you remember a time when you were going about your day and suddenly you had this great idea for your business or a great idea of what to do next? Or you suddenly realized what to buy someone for Christmas, or that name you were trying to think of popped into your head. How about that feeling you get when you think about a new person in your life? That's your intuition, and it's there for you all of the time, and everyone has access to it. You just need to be aware and pay attention, because intuition is your higher spirit giving you a burst of insight to help guide and direct you through your life. It's actually the highest form of intelligence because it comes from infinite wisdom that you directly connect to. Have you ever listened to some of those channels out there? Whether it's Abraham Hicks, who I adore, Seth, or The Council is another one of my favorites. And there are so many more. But they all kind of say the same thing, but in really different ways. And it depends on how you receive it. And it's an amazing resource that we have to lift ourselves and our energy to the highest frequency. So again, remember that we all have it. We all could be a channel. It's just a matter of paying attention and how we listen to it and are aware of it and use it. So here are some ways that you may have experienced intuition. So the whispers of your soul, that's when you suddenly hear that name or that idea whispered to you. And it could be really from any one of your senses. So it's something you hear, like maybe it's an actual voice, or it's just something you feel that you hear, or it's something that you see, or a certain smell that triggers something. But it's just something that's casually floats in, and it's a great idea, and you're like, wow, I'd never thought of that before. Or the butterflies in your belly. Now, you know that nervousness you feel sometimes before you do something? It could either be a sign of stopping and reassessing what you're doing, or it could be a sign of this is super exciting and I can't wait. Let's push through and make this happen. Another way you hear your intuition is when your heart skips a beat. It's a sure sign to stop and pay attention to what is happening. Because we live in the moment. All we have is the moment. The only thing we can control is what is happening right now. So if your heart skips a beat, pause and pay attention to what's happening around you and decide whether it's something you need to continue or whether you'll back off from it. Gut feelings. Pay attention to any discomfort or uncertainty you feel in your body before deciding on something. So I'm a sacral generator in human design, which means that my gut is pretty important to me. When I have a decision to make, if my gut is saying, yes, let's go for it, that's so exciting, that feels really good, I'm going to say yes. But if my gut is hesitant or is like, oh, no, that's not something you want to do, I say no. And it's true for everyone. You don't have to be have a sacral authority in human design for you to feel those gut feelings, but it's something really important to pay attention to. Epiphanies, those aha moments, those ideas coming to you when you least expect them, that thoughts just drop into your mind. Those are super fun, and you may get them more than you know, but now that you're aware, you may pay attention and be like, ah, that's another epiphany. A strong feeling. It's when you know something is either right or wrong for you. And this is similar to a gut feeling, but a strong feeling can really come in from any part of your body. So it's a matter of paying attention to something that is strong that keeps you away or makes you dive in. Wild and crazy ideas. Ideas come to you that were not in the realm of possibility before. And this is really important because your higher spirit has access to infinite possibilities. I've said that many, many times. Infinite possibilities that we as humans in our small brains cannot possibly think of. So those wild and crazy ideas are your intuition, your higher spirit and your intuition playing with you like, oh, what about this? Dreams. Your dreams are those subconscious images, ideas, emotions, sensations that usually occur while you're sleeping involuntarily. So keep a record and really look for recurring themes. So all of these intuitive hits are communication between your soul and your human body. And it's information that originates from outside your normal awareness. And just being aware that there is a possibility for you to receive intuition or intuitive hits will bring more of them to you. And how fun is that? To know that you have access to this infinite knowledge to help you through your life. So last year, I helped Mike Dooley during one of his Infinite Possibilities training sessions. So I was already certified as an Infinite Possibilities trainer. So I got to sit back during the actual training lessons and really listen again. And shortly after, I wrote a blog post about some of the things that were said that caught my attention, and they inspired me and they motivated me to trust the universe. So I want to share those with you. So I want to start with fear is temporary, regret is forever. How does that make you feel? Because life is really too short for fear. A lesson that I continue to learn every single day. But what is it that you want to do? Are you showing the universe that you are taking baby steps? Are you listening to their answer? Because I do not want to have you die with the dreams that are still inside you. That's where the regret comes from. If you're getting to an older age and you have put aside many of the dreams of your life, it's never too late because you don't want to die with regret. Because, and the next one, which really relates to this one, is transform that fear into power. If you think about what fear is, it's you being afraid of something that might happen. What if you powered through and did it anyway? What's the worst thing that could happen? You fail? So what? You learned something, and then you can try again or try it in a different way. All right, the next one is, what bogus stories are you telling yourself? Tell a different story. Go from, I'm not good at this to, I am becoming really good at this. Or, I'm fat to, my body is amazing. Or, I'm not worthy to, I have the power of the universe inside me. Or, I'll never find anyone to I'm attracting my perfect match by being the best me. In my next show in 2 weeks from now, I want to talk all about affirmations. And this is where they come in. If you're telling yourself stories that don't feel good, affirmations can really help you turn those around. All right. If a thought doesn't feel good, reject it. You do not have to keep it. That's pretty simple, but it's really hard too. Because if you've had this same thought or this same belief since you were young, it's really hard to let go of them. But if it really doesn't feel good and you can start to notice which thoughts and which beliefs aren't feeling good, start to turn them around. Start to reject the ones that you don't have to believe anymore because, again, they are just stories that you're telling yourself. Tell a different story. You don't have to keep those thoughts and those beliefs. Struggling souls get light from those who shine. So be the one who shines and shares your gifts. You will never know how many people you inspire or touch. So just keep loving yourself and sharing the gifts that you were given. I've heard in many different ways that when you are sharing your gifts and when you are shining your light, you touch an amazing amount of people. And I don't have the exact numbers, so I'm not even going to say a number, but you would be very surprised at how many people you touch when you emanate positive energy from you. So do one thing every day that inspires you. Isn't that powerful? Then you should probably write those down so you remember and you pay attention and it makes triggers you to think about things that you did that day that inspired you. And it can be as simple as smiling at a stranger or as big as sharing your message with the world. Doing something amazing at work, volunteering, being charitable, laughing, playing, being creative. The list could go on and on. Uncover your heart. Let all of the supportive, amazing people in this world in. You don't have to do it alone. This can be a really hard one. And I think I've protected my heart quite a bit for many reasons that I probably don't even realize. And I'm just starting to open them up a little bit more. I'm reaching out to more people. I'm joining some different groups. I'm really having some fun. And it really opens up a brand new world. So just, maybe flip the blanket over a little bit and uncover your heart. The next one is the unknown is your friend. To me, this is what infinite possibilities is. How in the world can we know all of the ways your dreams can come true? We just can't. I said it before. We're humans. We can't carry that much information in our tiny brains. We need to embrace the universe, embrace the unknown, and allow them to bring us those possibilities. And then we need to pay attention, have the insight, and then act. Everything you give comes back to you. It pegs your level of vibration higher. So when you're giving, you're also receiving because the universe sees you giving your love, giving your money, giving your attention, giving your gifts, and they want to give more back to you. And so we start feeling joyful. We start feeling appreciated. We start feeling all of those vibrations that are on the top end of the emotional guidance scale, which brings you to a higher level frequency. The next one is never give advice, give options. How about saying something like, have you tried this? What about this? As a grandma, it's really sometimes you have to hold your tongue when you're with your children because I raised my children differently than my son and his wife are raising their children, which is fabulous. And I want them to find their own way. So I have to be really careful about saying, this is how you should do it. Instead, I want to say, hey, this is something I tried and it worked. So maybe it would work for you too. It's just a kinder, gentler way to share your gifts with others. And the last one before we go to break, I want to talk about is taking action breeds clarity. So, because when you take action on something that has been downloaded to you and you're taking that action, what you do is you either eliminate what doesn't work or you highlight what you love. You may discover something that really makes you happy and you want to do more of. Or it might eliminate what doesn't work. And in that, in trying it and discovering that this doesn't work, you may discover something that does. So take action because it breeds clarity. All right, I'm Laurie Jonas. You're listening to Living Marvelously. When we come back, I'm going to continue this conversation with some more incredible ways to allow the universe to guide you. See you soon. All right, we are back on Living Marvelously with me, Laurie Jonas. But, before we continue, I want to tell you about something new that I've created. So I've been doing some of what I've been talking about is I've gotten these insights and then I've been taking action. And one of the things I have done is I've created a new freebie on my website called the Mindful Moments Calendar. So in today's hectic world, right, finding time for yourself can feel impossible. But what if you could find just moments of peace and clarity amidst the chaos of everyday life? So that's what this calendar is designed to do. It has 30 ideas in a calendar format. So 28 in the calendar, but there's actually 30 ideas designed to help you with simple daily mindfulness tips and activities that will fit seamlessly into your busy schedule. So I'm going to leave a link in the description so you can check it out. All right, let's continue our discussion. So we left off with taking action breeds clarity. The next one I want to talk about is you are pre-approved of all your heart's desires. You wouldn't have those desires if you couldn't achieve them. Which leads me to the next tip. The universe says, I know exactly how to reach your desires. And this is big. Because you don't have to know how, because the universe has it covered. You just keep taking baby steps. You have a little bit of trust and you have a little bit of faith. Now, those are two big words that can be really hard to implement. But once you start and you start seeing little miracles, you will learn to use them more and more. So here's just a little example of what I'm talking about. Let's say I want to find a new partner for my business. So I put this dream out there, but then I spend all my time searching LinkedIn or Google to find someone who matches what I want. While it's good to take action, because you have to show the universe that you're serious about this and you are going to take baby steps, I have to be open to finding this partner in other ways that I can't conceive of. For example, here's a few things that I thought of, but I'm sure the universe has infinite possibilities. Like maybe I would find somebody at a coffee shop, or I tell a friend about what I'm looking for and they know the perfect person. Or I get into a fender bender with someone who fits perfectly. I'm sure you've seen that script maybe on a Hallmark movie. It's probably where I got that. But there are so many options. And we have to really let go of the hows. We need to surrender to what we think is supposed to happen. Surrender what we think is supposed to happen. We may have this life planned out and we think this, I have to do it this way. This is how it works. This is how everybody else is doing it. This is what's going to get me to my dream. But if you really take a step back and you just keep playing and doing what makes you happy and is really joyful and goes towards your dreams, things are going to pop up. Ideas are going to pop up. People are going to pop up. You're going to download information that you can use. You really need to surrender what you think is going to happen and let go of the hows. All right. I have a whole video on that too if you go to my YouTube channel. But life is a chance to do things your way. And the reason I like this is because so many people believe that life is happening to them, but it's actually happening for you because you create your life. Your thoughts and beliefs are creating your life, and you are attracting more of what you think and believe. So if you don't like the way your life is going, take a good look at your beliefs and your thoughts. What do you actually want to attract? And how would you feel if you had that? Then act as if and start to make it happen. This is your life. You are creating it. How do you want it to be? Unpleasant emotions tell you that you are missing something. What do you need to learn? And why are you allowing yourself to stay stuck? Some of the biggest signs from the universe is when you find things in your life that bring you joy. Do more of that and see if it slowly moves you out of the unpleasant emotions. The things that bring you joy are the things you're supposed to be doing. The most unlikely and scariest path will become the path of healing for you. Isn't that interesting? And if it's an unlikely path, it's probably one you hadn't thought of and you have allowed the universe to give you a different option. So you're like, oh, okay, I could maybe do this. It feels a little scary, but I'm going to try it. And it could become the path of healing for you. Or it doesn't, but it's just like if you think if you're going down a road and you have this, you could go right or left and you decide, you know what, this feels right. I'm going to go right. It feels scary, unlikely. I'm going to see where it takes me. If it doesn't take you exactly to where you want to go, you can recalculate and you're going to get there. But listen to some of those ideas and some of those things from the universe that give you a different path that you can take. Learn to choose yourself. This is really important. And I talked about it last week in my show, or 2 weeks ago in my show, when we talked about self-care. Because when you choose yourself, you are taking care of yourself and loving yourself, and that's how you impact others. If it's ever not fun, take a time out. This goes back to you are meant to be doing the things that bring you joy. So if you're doing things that aren't bringing you joy, take a time out and decide, is this really something you want to do? This kind of goes back to me and trying to find a partner for my business too. There's some things I just don't enjoy doing. And if I can find someone else who does enjoy doing those, it becomes a good partnership. We teach what we most need to learn. I love that one. And I am raise my hand. That's what I'm doing. Everything that I am sharing with you is what I most need to learn, which that's what makes it so exciting and it makes it so fun to research and do all of this stuff. All right. We're running out of time and I have a few more to go. But one of the things I really wanted to share is, are you willing to give up the life you have to live the life of your dreams? Does that sound really scary? Let me say that again. Are you willing to give up the life you have to live the life of your dreams? And what does that look like for you? What are you holding on to that's holding you back from living the life of your dreams? And do you even know what the life of your dreams looks like? It's really important to take the time to be clear on what your dream life looks like so that you can take the baby steps and then you can allow the universe to guide you. And it probably looks a lot different than what your life looks like today. And that's okay. You can change. There's probably some things that you want to let go of. You just are scared. Again, go back to fear, push through. You don't know what's going to happen on the other side. So the final one I want to share with you is me today plus new thoughts plus new words plus new actions equals me tomorrow. Thoughts, words, and actions can create a new life for you. How does that make you feel? Do you believe it? Try it. Put some attention to it today. Really think about where you're at in your life. Is it where you want to be? And are you allowing the universe to step in and help guide you? I want to thank you for tuning in to Living Marvelously. I hope I have inspired you to allow the universe to guide you. Reach out to me if you need more help. I'd love to talk to you about it. And please join me every second and fourth Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific time. And the next time on Living Marvelously, I want to talk about affirmations. And I mean all about affirmations. This one's going to be fun. We'll see you next time. Thank you for listening to Living Marvelously with me, your host, Laurie Jonas. Tune in next time to unleash the marvelous potential in every woman, every second and fourth Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific on transformationtalkradio.com as I help you choose a life that you are passionate about. Learn to embrace your unique self, dream big, and leap into what you choose to have your marvelous life look like. Together we create a world that allows everyone to shine. For more information, visit livingmarvelously.com. That's livingmarvelously.com. See you next time on Living Marvelously.